Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a lot to show you all. I wrote down several things to go over you all with that I was trying to do the other day, and I thought I need to go over more detail with things, but I just want to show you all my cover. You know, Diane Rively does Dilutions, and everything starts with DY because her name is Diane, and since it's Dilutions journals I'm using, I did a play on words. I did a depression journal, and I think a couple videos back I did how I did the lettering and all of that. And while I'm here, I'll be jumping around a lot, but I wanted to show you all while I've got this out. This is a stamp that I've used, and I did use that in my journal the other day, and I just want to let you all know. I mean a punch. Sorry, I keep naming things the wrong thing. But anyway, and then I'm going to go over some of my pages a little more in depth. But I need to kind of check off things that I'm going over also. And I want to show you something else I did in front of this cover. You know how I had the flap. I took the flap off because to me it was a little bit better to put stuff in and out of instead of always dealing with the flap, always dealing with the little string. And I made these two little tags out of my Dilutions stamps. And I just got several in the mail the other day. Here's one called the Cat and I got this one, Just Be. And I got these about a month ago, foliage fillers. Here's some 10 Holtz stamps that I got. These is probably a month or so ago. I don't get everything at one time. There ain't no way I could do all that. I have this one too, Nuts in May. I've had this one for a while now. I've had this one for a couple years. Had this one a couple years. I just got this one. Had this one a couple years and had this one a couple years. And I love them as usual. I put them up. Sometimes I get them out. But anyway, I made 2 tags and laminated them. And then I put the little rivets in them. But I like this idea better. Just stick them in there. Anyway, and then I want to show you all these collage sheets. You know, this is from the 3rd set. You know, when she puts these in here, she's always going to put half large and half small. And then that takes me over to this other thing I wanted to cover with you all on how I do my process, in case any of you wanted to know. I will, since I just got these collage sheets, what I did was, here's the collage sheet of legs. And so what I do is when I find legs in a magazine, I'll stick them on here instead of putting them in an envelope like I know many of you do. And if that works for you, that's great. But for me, since I got these sheets, you know, this ain't going to fit in an envelope. But to me, it's just much better to pull this sheet out and say, hey, okay, I do or don't. So, anyway, I put all the you know, this is a tray, you know, like a dollar from Dollar Tree. And I stick all the pieces in it that I'm going to be using. And what I do, instead of 100 envelopes, I just stick everything in a tray. And I'll just pull from this tray. And like when I want inspiration, I'll go through this whole tray. And I'll go one at a time. And I'll go through till I find the one I'm looking for. And then, you know, I'll put that aside, go to the next thing, and put the next thing aside, and until I have a whole little stack of it, all I'm going to use with this focal point. And that way, I don't have to go through 50 envelopes. And plus, to me, if you have the 50 envelopes, there's going to be a ton of stuff you're never going to use because you're never going to see it if you don't pull that envelope for that day. And you might have had a missed opportunity to use this, or this when it was in like the 20th envelope. But if you throw it all in one, and that's how I do, I go through this thing. So that way I go through the whole thing every day. And that way nothing's missed out, nothing's on the back burner, nothing's in no man's land is what I call it. And, you know, nothing's like, oh, that was, you know, that was in the 50th envelope. I'll never see it. So anyway, then I have like, I don't know what you want to call it, if you want to call it a storyboard, but I have, you know, these thick sheets of paper. And when I see things, I'll say, okay, I want to stick this with this and this. So I'll start a storyboard and stick stuff to it. And like I want all this to go together for now. Just like it as if it was a Diane Reevely sheet. And here's some more focals. But anyway, okay, this is my eyes sheet. That way I can see everything. I'm not looking through, I'm not fumbling through a envelope. I can see everything perfectly. Go on to the next one. This was legs. When I see legs, I cut them out, stick them on here. 2 seconds. Don't want it, do want it. You know, 10 seconds. But if you got that envelope full of 50 pieces of paper, you're going to be less willing to want to go through that. And it may be a missed opportunity. This lady here, I don't normally take a smile. So I put that with that, and I may want, you know, I'm changing the eyes out, so I may want to put these eyes on here. I've already tried the eyes, tried the mouth. I think I may change them, and I like them, so that's another one. This is another day collage. So I know if I want a collage, I'll just go through these storyboards and say, hey, this is the one for today. I did her face. Thought I might want to use that for her hair. This is going to be her body. This is going to be background. And so forth. This was just an ad. And so forth. And it's not stuck up in there good, but that's my storyboard. This, I start another one. Another model. Stuck with a different face. That's going to be another day collage. Here was another one. I already used her legs. I don't want to use the whole total model, because if I'm going to do that, I might as well just lay the whole magazine piece down. So on this one, I used her legs. But as I was laying this one down, I laid it down on this one, which was the other page to this lady's sweater. And I thought, well, when I laid it down, it looked like that. And I said, that's kind of cool. So I said, okay, well, that might be a collage someday. But these are like inspiration boards. I go through these and say, hey, this is the one I'm going to work on today, or this ain't the one I'm going to work on today. And this is one of the Diane Reevely's collage sheets, stuck with a focal point, which I've cut her head off. and use the head with something else. And then actually, I had seen these two bows in an advertisement, so I stuck it on her dress, and actually the top of her dress was black, but I seen a furry blanket or furry something, and I gave her a different top to her dress, stuck two bows on from an advertisement, and now I'm going to have to use a head. So that's another day collage. That'll be another page. But I can already have my cogs turning, go ahead and fix that. That's how I want that to look. I want to change the top. I want those bows to go on there. So that's the start. Here's another one. It's just this picture, which I know I've got to change the head, or I may want to use her legs. But this is the start. Here's another one I've started with legs. There's legs, legs, legs. See, 10 seconds. I already know I do or I don't. Y'all gonna spend 10 seconds pulling it out the envelope. But if that works for you, that works for you. But this is just another idea. Here's another collage sheet. Another collage sheet. And this is all the third set. Guess I need to move up a little bit. The third set. You see, she's going to give you, I think it's 14 big sheets and 14 small sheets in case you have a small journal. And since I just said my small journal, let me grab it. I was wanting to show you all that the other day. This was my diary journal that I keep, you know, like my planner, and I had done it in the letters also. You know, this is just my own paper that I use, kind of like, let me pull one. This is my paper that I paint on. And you know, that I might spray my journal with. But then after it gets too bad, I'll just put letters on it and use them as background sheets. But anyway, I did the front and the back. I did it differently. I just stamped it straight onto the journal and then colored them in with markers. And that came off of one of her other collage sheets that I got probably 2 years ago. And then this is my little journal that I probably filled all the way up. I started it in August, which I put tags in here. Bought these little pins, which I thought were stinking cute. And anytime I see the in a magazine what month and year it is, I always cut those out and put those in my journal. So if I ever pull a journal out, I won't say 10 years from now, when did I do that? I keep all my, I put some tags in here. Let me move this out of the way. I put some tags in here that I made probably a year or so ago. I keep my diary stuff that came with it. There's another tag. My dog just sighed. What, you don't like it, Nikki? There's another tag. And actually I made a bookmarker out of some of that paper that I've been using. Just stuck some funky things on there and laminated it. And here's my journal. I'm trying to keep up with my weight since I'm on a weight loss journey. And I think I've just about filled this whole, excuse me, screwed up. And, you know, and so forth. Every day I might pick a page, I might doodle in it. I might add more stuff to it as I see stuff. I'll say, oh, well, that would go good with that page. And there was the big letters again, the Diane Reedley letters. Her washi tape. Her stamps. There's more Diane Reedley stamps. Her letters. Her letters again. And these I bought from Hobby Lobby. The little sticker numbers. It's 1 through 31. Just for planners. To fill in the little, which I got her set of numbers. These are the stickers, but I got her little set of numbers that you can do, and these come from Dollar Tree. But if you're going to do the Dollar Tree thing, you have to get maybe 5, 6 sets, because you'll use up a ton of 1s, a ton of 2s, and so forth. Because there might be 2 or 3 1s on there, 2 or 3 2s. That's not going to cut it. And you better get them while you can, because my Dollar Tree, you might have them this week. You might not have them for a month. I'll see right there, I didn't have a 6. So I had to use a 6 off of some other number set. Okay, enough of that one. Okay, and let me see. Let me keep up with my list. Okay, show. Okay. Let me move this out the way. And with the puff paint and everything. Oh, I want to show yesterday's collage to you all. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Here's the one I did the other day. And the girl's name is Valerie Merchant. Valerie Merchant. And I didn't see an updated YouTube video, but looked like most of her stuff was 5 or 6 years old. But she's the one I was telling you about the other day, where she just puts everything on with her fingers. And I'm going to try to show you all that today. And she'll just push it out to the ends. And everything is done with her fingers, it looks to be. And like I said, this was, this here, the face, and this is Diane Reedley collage sheet, and then this is the puff paint. Let me see if I can find that. And I think I showed you all this the other day, which I don't think I'll buy this anymore. I like it. It's from Michael's. But I don't think I'll get the 3D. I think they may have one that's not as puffy, because this one here, it's a hit or miss. Sometimes it can be a blob, sometimes not. It depends on the weather, the temperature, how long it's been since you've used it. But my pen does work well, the Posca. And I may go back to that, but it seems to pop more with this. But I may go back to the other. But anyway, okay. So I used the this Carates from Paris, I guess. This was a big old K, and I wanted to cover up the wording, so I put that in. I actually put another person here, and this is the Diane Reevely collage sheet. These are the collage sheet. And this here was just out of a magazine, background in a magazine. And then followed by her washi tape, the Diane Reevely. Let me see if I see my, like right here, which I have a lot of these, which I've ordered, you know, her die cuts. And then I enlarge some of them. And then here's her washi tape. And you know, she does have the large and the small in that also. Okay. So, okay, and then I was going to tell you about this page the other day. Actually, when I was flipping through, I thought I'd go into a little more detail that when I did these, let me move my chair up some. When I was doing these, trying to find my stencil. I don't know if I can find it right off, but the stencil for these letters come from Michael's. And actually, wait a minute, it should be right here. This stencil here from Michael's. And, you know, I just took the purple, or the pink, but then, what I was going to tell you, I had went around them in the yellow, in this Jelly Roll pen, Sakura Jelly Roll, number 10, and went around them. And then I went back around all of them with a marker, a little, like a Faber-Castell. I went around all of them in that. And then here's the abstract again, paint marker. And then this border around here is the Diane Reevely collage sheet again. And this here, the other day, collage sheet, but this one here come out of a magazine. And this was just a background, and I cut it out in the shape of a crown. And just happened to find butterfly wings and something, but then went over in white with this to make it pop. And I even went over this collage sheet with the white pen to make it pop. Trying to keep up with my I was trying to, okay, this one here is the Valerie Merchant, which a lot of these stamp backgrounds, I'm trying to, like I said, was Tim Holtz. This up here is the stars. This is this. This is these numbers. This one here, this right here was this, and I did it twice. Down here's the stars. This is the butterfly. Here's the numbers again. And these other, I think these came in these. You get a stencil and some stamps in each one, I think. So here's this. I can't think what the name of this one is, but I put that there and did it in black, and then did it up here again also. And then here is the Diane Reevely again. That's these stamps. I cut out like 5 or 6. and done the Valerie Merchant again, where she just took her fingers and just spread it all over. And that's how she come up with that. And even the little man right here. I don't know if you can see it, this little man right here. I put it right here. And, I mean, just very, like, kind of like Tisha Moore style. But, I mean, she will cover every last nook and cranny. Okay, and wonder if there was any, you know, and this here was the letters, like it said her, but I cut them out individually and stuck them on top of one another. And this here was another one of her stencils with the whole face, and then I cut a hat and the eyes off of a magazine image and stuck it over top of it. And that's how I got one. I mean, it's just like an image. Use part of a flower. You know, and these, I was going to show you all some images, say like this, the mirror, the light fixture, these are vases. You know, I will pull stuff out of a magazine. See, this is one of the pots that I used in one of my things. This is a woman sitting here with a dress, so I used the woman's head in something else, but her dress can always be used for washi tape. Here's pancakes. I can cut a piece off, use for washi tape. This pie crust, washi tape. The food magazine, washi tape. I can just cut this off. And this was just an eyeball. Threw it in here because, you know, we all going to use this eyeball. Good witch, bad witch. I'll use those words, which this morning I cut a ton of words out. Martha Stewart magazine and Living and Real Simple, I think, has a lot of words. So I cut a bunch of those out. Picture of 2 cakes. I might not use the cakes, but I'll cut this part out to use as washi tape. Once again, more washi tape. These balloons will go around one of the edges. You know, say like, you know, go around the edge after I fussy cut it. You know, good background noise. Call it background noise. I even like this little idea. I thought that was a cute idea, this woman's purse, and she stuck all those watches on it. You know, we've all got a ton of watches that we do or don't wear. I thought that was a cute idea. But anyway, I'll use this for washi tape, maybe that for washi tape or background noise. Once again, I'll cut a jacket out and put a head with it and some legs with it. Or either cut her out, put a head, legs, and then I'll find a way to cover that. I don't let that deter me. I'll cover that up with something else. And this one here again, totally use her, put a head with her, cover that up. I cut this little thing out for background noise. This here can be washi tape once you cut a strip or cut that out. And just like this is In Style magazine. I never go by these pages. It's got all these little things to buy on them. I always can cut these out to go. This is where I get my vases from. I get my chairs. I usually cut chairs out that, you know, don't have a lot of obstructed things in the way. I'll use that record player as background. Use this as background, which I use the other side to cut something off. Here's a lady's body, of course, but I used the head for something, or either I didn't want the head at all, but I could still use that for, for washi tape. Pair of glasses, we always can use those. Books, vases can, be to put around the edges of something. I always save lights, I always save artwork to put around the edges. This will be used on the edge for washi tape. I'll cut this out for washi tape. Stuff like this, graphics, use that as washi tape. Just cut the whole circle out, put all your circles. Like I said, this is real simple magazine, and I never pass up all these little things. I always cut these out to put around the image. I'll cut those lights out. I'll cut those artwork out. This whole little piece was good as washi tape or background. I may go around, cut the whole thing out, and just stick it up in a corner, or cut the ones I want off. Something else, it was talking about coffee. Use that picture. Here's a woman's sleeve, but I may use it for something. I may use it as a wing. See how that kind of goes around there, and I can like improvise over here to make the whole wing, and then draw something in and stick it behind someone. I mean, just for instance, stick it behind her, and it'll look like she has a wing on. But I did actually, when I seen this image, I said, well, that's washi tape. This is washi tape, because I don't want to use their images, or I may use their images. And like I said, on that other one, I cut chairs out, and she's in a sitting position, so I may have her in that chair. I'm always cutting chairs out also. An example is this one right here, but this one's facing this way, so I won't use it for her. And this was a light fixture, which may go in the top of one of my collages for noise. Here's more artwork. And this is a process I'll do, when I go to look for my background stuff. I'll go through this whole tray and dump it into another tray. So I always keep one under my tray to dump one into the next one. And that way, nothing's overlooked. Nothing is in 14 or 20 pouches that you'll never look at. I'll go through this whole tray till I find everything I want. I may want a camera. I may want someone holding a camera. And I'll put books. I'll put lights, vases. Here's more lights. Dining table. Was pictures. I've already started cutting some this morning. These are little bagels. You sprinkle those all around the edge for background. But that way nothing will be overlooked. And then if I come in here tomorrow again, I'll go through those sheets that I've got and say, hey, I'll pull this sheet, say this is the focal point I'm working with today. Go back through here and say, pull this out, or leave it. And that way everything's looked at again, because I can't keep in my head the thousands of pictures I have. Okay, but I had pulled this out, and this morning I was doing some other cutting, so I found these pages with the candy corn on it. These are actually cookies that someone had made. Here's cake. I had cut it up as washi tape. Here was some little muffins, cupcakes, that I'm going to use on the side, because all this is orange, and I guess this will be my little theme. And I actually didn't cut it straight up to it because it already had a black background, so that way I won't have to outline as much. And then here was a half a pumpkin on the edge of a page, but I can, put that over at the edge for background. So then I cut this out of Vanity Fair, I believe. And then this is the collage sheets, which I had to cut this separate. And this was on the leg page. These are the third set Diane Reevely collage sheet, and then I'm going to put her head with it. And this is the start of my whole idea for this morning. And then, so I'm going to try to make a couple backgrounds for you all to see my process. But see, just, I already had this cut, but you can already see the start of this collage, what it took over an hour. I had to cut this out, I had to cut these out, and what have you. But anyway, I, you know, just got a bunch of these thick paper things, and that way, you know, just take a bunch of and clip it all together if you want to keep up with it that way. But anyway, I'm going to grab my journal and we're going to start. I want to show you all two different techniques. Just like this one here. Here is the Plaid Technique that I've done on a few pages. And I've done the plaid on this also. You could probably see it a little better over here. But anyway, I take two sheets. These come out of a calendar, which I did use. But anyway, stick these behind. And I'll come in here in the wee hours of the morning. Now my desk is jumped back up. But anyway, I'll start the process with, I'll just throw down some orange. Let's see. This here is called Pure Pumpkin. This here is called Dark Orange. But when it comes to orange, I do know it's kind of translucent. If you don't, I always try to mix two together unless it's really dark. But even if it's really dark, that don't matter either, because it don't, it's too translucent. I really, you see how you can see through that? Because that's only one color. But see, over here it's two colors. So I want you to see the difference, how you can see through that, which it's not, you know, if you want it to be vibrant and to pop, you need to add two colors where it won't be so see-through. See the big difference? Now when I add this to it, two colors, you see how it's less see-through. But now you gotta watch what colors you mix together. If you don't, you'll get mud. So I usually add the same color to it, but a variation. You know, add another orange to it, or yellow, or white, or black. But like, I would not add purple to this. You know, it could be yellow, white, or black. Is three good colors to mix, or the same color variation. But see what a difference that makes. It don't look pale, it don't look see-through. Or what have you. And I am doing it so I can just toss these brushes. Okay, then I'm going to take, you know, however you want to do your, take these little plastic plates. I'm going to put red. You know, and you just need a small amount. And I'm using the same brush since it is a variation. of this. Now, if it was black, I would not dip the black into red. And that's all you have to do. And then I'm going to go the other way. Okay, and then you want to add another color. Okay, we'll add, I want to add another dark color, Mediterranean blue. Another little dollop. And since this is in the blue family, I don't want to mix them. But this was a blue I used the other day, so maybe this, we'll try this brush from yesterday. And you'll want to go beside the stripe. And don't worry if it's not perfect or if it's not even. You're going to cover it up. You're going to cover it up, majority of it. And then I like to take something like, let me see, let me get my white. Because, well, you need to kind of study plaids. If you like plaids, study some of them, and that way you'll get a feel for what looks good and what don't look good. Okay, since I'm using white, I'm going to get a whole new brush. And then you'll want to go on the other side. And then take this one and go the other way. Let me add a little more white. I'm not going to be worried if that mixes a little bit. I mean, and if you're, you know, if you don't want that look, just wait till all this dries. And then what I have done is I have took this lightly, and since all those are like piled up, and I know that'll take forever to dry, even with a, I'll just go over it like this, lightly. Because, like I said, you're going to be covering it up, but you'll still have that same effect. And there you go. And see, a little bit of blob. I'm not going to let that bother me. And I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to dry this really good, and then I'm going to turn the page, and I'm going to do the Valerie page for you all. Okay, now we're back. And I'm going to show you how Valerie does her page. It's quite messy. But I think actually, let's see, I'm trying to think, does she... she may have put it on something and picked it up from there and spread it around. She may have done that. But I know she don't want to spread it too much like I think I did in one of the others. Because then you're going to thin it down also, which, you know, you may have to do, like I said a while ago, may have to add another color. Here I'm trying to do it, and with my fingers. You know, you want to use two colors so it don't get translucent again. And try to get as much of that off as possible. Let's see. Yellow. think I'll use another variation of yellow. See how that page already pops, and that's what I loved about her pages, and the way she blended, and the fact that it was so different from everybody else's. Okay, I think I'll get out that Mediterranean blue again. That might be enough. Now see how that don't pop as much, because I need to add another color to it, and I think I need some more Mediterranean blue also. Let's add a little bit of black. Just straight black. A little bit of black. See, you can't play with that too much. See how we muddied it up. Let's see if I can salvage it. And then we're going to let that dry, because that will take a little bit of time, and I don't want to rush this process. If you do, you're really going to have a mess on your hands, because then comes stamping and all that, and this has got to be really dry. Plus, I don't want to mess my stamps up. So we'll let that dry, and we'll be back. Okay, I think everything's dry now, and we're good to go. Let's see. Let me move this paint out the way. And then, okay, here's where I know well, I might need this paint. Actually. And I might try to use that blue. We'll see how this blue does. We'll see how this blue does. I think I want to put something back here. Okay, and then maybe, let's see, with these Tim Holtz stamps, let's see how this look. Now my desk is getting way too crowded. Let me grab another brush. Okay, and I think I want black, but now I got 500 brushes sitting in my tray. Let me set my brushes in another one, and we'll do black. And I hope this does okay. Let's see, I'm gonna grab another brush. Can't be too thick, which I'm trying not to make it too thick because then you're gonna ruin everything. And this is a thin stencil on top of it all. Let's see, maybe I should have went down here, but that's kind of difficult. See, I can't even get in there with that one. And then she used, so I move that. Then I'm gonna grab my stamps. There just went a tray in the floor. Now I got to not put my thing in grab. Let's see, I got a ton of stamps. Grab this one, my black ink. I think that, see, that thing was under there. Okay. Maybe another one. I don't know that that white is dry, but just have to clean my stamp later. I'm going to do this little light bulb. It's never a good idea to do stamp when you've never stamped on it before. Usually the first couple tries don't do too well. And let's do some more of these numbers. I love using my numbers. I have the actual Diane Reedley number sheet also. Used it a ton of times. Love it. But I'm just going to show you all the applications that this lady does. Get my small block. And we'll go with the black, even though I got different color inks. Let's see. Let's go this way with it. Okay, and on the other side of the block, I got these Diane Reedley these go with her diary journal. Okay. And I think, well, that girl, she did add a bunch of washi tape as well. I don't think I have any, I think I was going to use, here was that other page. I didn't want to mess up my plaid page. Okay, so we're going to put back the little thing. I mean, cutouts. I don't think I'll glue it up on camera, but just showing you all how that's going to kind of turn out. Remove these. And here was the pumpkin. I think I'll put it down here. Or either, you know, and then here was the candy corn again. You know, something to that effect. Sometimes you'll end up covering up what you just did, but it'll be okay. This was the cake, which, let's see, let me grab a candy corn again. Maybe you can put the candy corn here where it won't cover up those two. And this. Maybe, you know, I do have another candy corn. You know, you could put it any way you wanted to, whichever. You can put a cupcake there, or even, you know, like I said, grab the washi tape. I think she had cut out several. And here's one of my own, actually, where I had done one of my boards and done it in the blue. Might have been pool blue. And then the purple or violet. And then I used those numbers I was telling you about that I got from Michael's. Used these numbers and letters and did it over the purple. And this is what I had left over, so I just cut that off. But it's very thick where I use that really thick paper. I even tried to cut a circle with my punch and it wouldn't even go through. It just grazed it. But on one of them in here, I had actually cut the circles out. Let me see if I can find that one for you guys while I'm thinking about it. Right here. I had cut the circles out and then cut them in half. And then once I put them on, I went around them with the black Posca. The black Posca marker. This is the fat one. I have a smaller one, but you know, I like to try to, and that will be the finishing touch. After I get all that glued down, I'll go in, outline everything in black, maybe put some words on from the stack of words I had. See how I outlined everything in black, and here's more of the circles, cut them in half. And how that gives you a that effect. But I'm loving the way it's turning out, and I'm so glad I seen her video. It's just something totally different. Hey, this is different also. Oh my gosh. These could be wings. How stinking cute is that? Oh my gosh. Stinking cute. We'll go with that. Maybe put a cupcake here. I don't know. I think we'll do something with that. Maybe put some washi tape around. Cut some of this out. Cut some of this out. And I love the way she used washi tape too. She didn't like put it on the side. She put it out in the space. White space, dead space, whatever. You know. Or I think it looked better with, you know, 2 overlapping, whether they was, you know, it don't have to be the same equal. It can be 3 on this line and 4 on that line, but still I love the way she done that. And there you go. And I'll glue this up, and maybe my next video I'll show you all the outcome of this one and a new one. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.